Hello, my peeps. As you know, I never have things set up right, even though I try them the day before. So, the dog is going to insist on coming in here and he's going to knock something over. So I'm waiting for my comments to come up. It takes a lot longer on YouTube than it does in other stuff. So I'm going to ramble for just a moment here while I get things set up and wait for the comments to come up, see if anybody's even there. My channel. So while I'm getting ready, it is the return of What's Up Wednesday. Today is the 29th of March. Coincidentally, my dad's birthday. Thank you, everybody, for reaching out. Kind words, letters, phone calls, hugs. It's been awesome. We are doing good. Expected does not make it any easier, but I think it gave us time to get ready. And yeah, we're all hanging in there. So thank you all for all those warm wishes. Now, let's see how technology is doing. Not as well as you would hope. Live, there we go. Seriously, I have no idea. There's no way to tell, like the way you can tell on Facebook if anybody's even there. I would like to know if somebody was there before I start, because I don't. Then I can stall a bit longer and pause if I need to. But it's just not happening. Oh, I see somebody's watching. There we go. Okay, so it did work because I finally found somewhere that shows me what it's doing. And it tells me that one person is watching. Now, for those of you who expected me on here bright and early at 7 o'clock on time, you should have known better because I tested ahead of time. I swear to God, I test ahead of time. But it just never goes as smoothly in real life. Something else is... Got two things trying to open at once. I think that's what's slowing down the process. There we go. Okay, so did you like my new graphic? I'm getting, if I do say so myself, I'm getting pretty good at Canva. And that's why I make all my graphics in this Canva. Oh, for goodness sakes. I don't know if it's just on your end or if it's on my end as well, but I am frozen. I'm making weird head movements so I can see if I'm going. Something's weird. I think I seem to be back live though. Yeah, still no comments though. So I'm just going to keep going and hope for the best, and I'll try to catch up on the comments. Okay, so yes, Canva. This live is going as smooth as ever. I like Canva, and I'm having lots of fun with it, and I am getting kind of good at it. I think these things don't take me 4 days to do anymore. I can whip some of these things up in like an hour sometimes. So this was my new graphic I made for today, and I did What's Up Wednesday before in the spring, and I was trying different things. I was trying like different days of the week, different times to figure out what worked for me, what worked for you. I took the summer off, and then I did have a hard time getting going again, and then then I wasn't really into the social media type stuff. I think I might actually have some comments here. Sorry. Oh, I see Mary Poole's name. Hello, Mary. Yay, I can see comments. So, but in the course of doing all of this testing and such, I did find out that there is certain days and certain times that definitely work better for me. And it's not all about me. I wanted it to be all about you guys and what worked for you guys. But some of the times just don't work. My son's hockey, certain things with school, things just didn't seem to work. And so if I can't make it work, like if I can't always make it work, I'm not going to be consistent, and it's very easy just to get busy and then just not do stuff. So I've got a combination of what's going to work and what's not going to work. And within the next few weeks, I hope to be up to like full speed again. Not right. There's a whole bunch of stuff coming up in the next few weeks and family stuff. But come the beginning of what month are we in? March, April. come the beginning of May, my full schedule should be going. So I do plan on doing a couple lives and then just kind of a couple challenges, and there'll be some monthly stuff. And so I have lots of things. But the one consistent, I think my one evening live that seems to work the best and doesn't seem to conflict as often is Wednesday nights. So it's back. What's Up Wednesday? Now, I picked a doozer of a Wednesday to start with because there is so much stuff going on. And I'm going to try to keep Wednesdays to like between 7 and 8 maximum. So that's my goal. So I should get started and stop rambling now. Oh, hello, Dana. Okay, so people are coming in. People are finding me. Facebook's weird. My camera doesn't seem to want to work with Facebook. That's one of the reasons I'm doing YouTube. But also, Facebook is less stable than YouTube. In the world of social media and all the things I read and the experts that I listen to, it just long-term may or may not work. I have a few people who don't do Facebook at all, never going to do Facebook. So YouTube helps that way too. But I feel like this is going to be the better way to go. I will still post lots of stuff on Facebook. And that will be like the main updates and links and things like that are still going to go there. My newsletter is still going to be like primo source of information because that's emailed out and easy for everybody. But I do like YouTube. I got to get used to a couple things and got to figure out how to make it like log in faster so I can get to the comments. But anyways, I digress. What's Up Wednesday? So as I said, I have lots of fun with Canva. This is not 100% focused. Yes, sound effects help. That's not working either. Okay, so what I want you to do is afterwards, anybody who wants to can go and look at this graphic. I went into Canva. I took a basic room. I added a desk and a computer. And then I added my avatar. This is me. And funny enough, when I made this avatar, I had brown hair and silver glasses. And now I have silver hair and brown glasses, but I can't quite remember how to change things in the avatar. Like I did it all from scratch. I picked the shirts and oh my goodness, this was like, we're talking days. But I can't remember exactly how I did it and I didn't have time to research that. So at some point, yes, I will update that and make it more accurate. But in the meantime, this is me. So if you discount that, I added 3 things to this picture that are specific to me. And if you can tell me what those 3 things are, add it to the, actually, you know what, I might just go post you can either comment on this feed or I'll go post it again on Facebook, this picture, and just say, what are the 3 things? And anybody who guesses the 3 things right gets entered in a draw for some adorable owls. This is one of the best named snap sets. I think I said that when it first came out. This is from Celebration as I clean and get ready to take out the retired and bring in the new and all that stuff. I find things. Turns out I have an extra adorable owl set. You can't get this anymore because Celebration is over. It ended at the end of February. This is brand spanking new. I haven't even mounted it yet. Oh my goodness, this set is so cute. These owls are adorable. And they're super easy to color, or you could just like do stamp on, like tone on tone. They're pretty quick to cut out too. So it's an awesome set. So what 3 things on this page, other than me, my avatar, are specific to me? I will put a post, or you can comment in here, and I will, on Friday, I will draw for, I'm going to put that on there so I remember what I said. Friday, I will draw a name from everybody who answered, and I will let you know who won. I have some news. I have all sorts of things that I'm finding as I go, and some of it I'm just going to re-gift out to you guys. So there's our first one. That's What's Up Wednesday. But yes, loving Canva. I can do so much fun with Canva. Okay. Excuse me while I pause for tea. I should have put a cup of tea on the desk. I might have to add that next time. Because I can guarantee you that there's very few times where I'm in my room at my desk without a cup of tea. It's either freshly brewed. I like my tea burning hot, so I drink it fairly quickly, but it's either freshly brewed or an empty cup. Seems to be, there's not very much in between there, but there's always tea or tea adjacent in my office. And it's just so good. My throat gets a little trashed when I talk a lot. I find, especially when I talk online. So you got to keep that here, keep it fresh so I can keep going through the whole thing. Because, like I said, big day today in the world of Stampin' Up. So one of the big things that happened, I guess I should move that out of the way. Here's what I got to do this in a different way so I don't confuse myself and I got a good backdrop. Okay, so there is a new annual catalog coming out on the 2nd of May. You can start ordering from it. Demonstrators get start ordering from it on the 4th of April. So I'm going to order some of the new stuff because I like to. Mostly I have colors and paper and the new stuff. I love to see it, and until you see it in person, you don't get a really good idea. So I'm going to order a bunch of that stuff early, and then I haven't 100% decided, but towards the end of April, before the catalog comes out, is my plan. It might be just after the catalog comes out though, because the Stampin' Up! Rules are, even when I get my catalog, I can't show you inside the catalog. Can't show you any of the pages until after the 2nd of May, like the 2nd of May or later. And I like being a demonstrator, so I'm not pushing my luck with any of the rules. So up until then, when I get the catalog, I can take a picture of the cover, or I can take a picture of me holding the cover, which I will, and show you that. But that's it. Nothing inside. There are so many new products and new things, and it would be overwhelming at this point to start trying to tell you all of that stuff. So I'm not going to. As it gets closer to the date, either just before or just after, I'll have to look at the schedule. I will start showing you some stuff. I can show you products as I get them, so we'll do that. But and so that's usually enough of a thing. Stampin' Up! Adjust their different things because I got a lot of stuff going on right now. So, and they're adjusting their time frames to try to smooth it out. We also have the ending of the mini catalog. I'm going to show you more details here in a minute. But so this is the annual catalog that's about to end. That's what the cover of that one looks like. And this is the mini catalog that's about to end. Coincidentally, same dates. So a second mini, like the Christmas mini, we're not going to actually have until, I should have double checked that, but I'm pretty sure it's September. Nope, it's August. August, September, October, November. Okay, now I can't remember. It's going to come out for 4 months, September, October, November, December. I think it's September. So we won't be able to order till August. So they're going to have a gap. Before they had like one for 6 months and then the other one was for 6 months. But there's just too much stuff happening at once. So now they're going to run the minis for 4 months at a time. So this one's going to end at the end of April. And then the next one's not going to start till the summer. And that will be kind of the holiday mini with all the fall and Christmas stuff in it. Plus there's online exclusives, which I showed you some of that stuff. And those come out 3 times a year. So we just had one in March. I want to say March, July, November, I think is what I read there. I really should have put that. I put it all on a fancy spreadsheet so I could keep track of it. I just never thought to put that sheet in front of me tonight. So yeah, they're trying to space some stuff out. But right now, 2 big things happening. The minis retiring and the annuals retiring. But it's not even just that the annuals are retiring, because they've also decided every 3 to 5 years they're going to do a color refresh. Well, it's been 5 years. And this is the year they're doing a color refresh. So that was an even bigger deal today. And here's what I can tell you. And I'll show you in a minute when we get to the catalog, more specifics about the retiring colors. But there's 11 colors. I think it's 11. 11 colors are retiring. Now, on the 4th of April, some of that stuff's going to go on sale. But even before the 4th of April, anybody who really likes those colors is going to start stocking up. Not all of it's on sale, just some of it, and it's at very different prices. You can tell how much they have in stock, I think, by the prices, because some stuff will be 10% off, some stuff will be 60% off. I think it really does just have to do with how much stock they're trying to clear. So 11 colors are retiring. They're bringing back 7. So Blueberry Bushel, which was an in color, it's a beautiful color. Fresh Freesia is one of our current in colors. At the end of a 2-year cycle, the 5 in colors retire, right? So this year, 4 of the 5 are retiring. So everything but Fresh Freesia. So Soft Succulent, Evening Evergreen, Pale Papaya, and Polished Pink are all retiring. But Fresh Freesia, which is a lovely, really pale purple, is staying. Lost Lagoon is coming back. That was also, I think, an in color at one point. I want to say it's a kind of a bluey green color. Lemon Lime Twist. Oh my God, I love Lemon Lime Twist. It was one of my favorite colors ever in Stampin' Up. It was an in color, like 4 or 5 years ago, I think. It's this bright lemon lime. Oh my God, I love that color. Berry Burst, which is a really bright pink, mostly pink kind of purple that was in the same group as that lemon lime. Oh, it's awesome. Pretty Peacock, which funny enough, well, actually, I'll show it to you when I show you one of the class things, because Pretty Peacock wasn't in color a few years ago. And most of the time I've been getting rid of my stuff. I'm trying to get better at like, getting rid of the retired stuff, using current stuff. And I had a whole bunch of stuff in the garage for like sale items. And I was trying to make samples for the one class, knowing that Pretty Peacock was coming back. And as I was cleaning my office, I found one card base. So like a half a sheet of cardstock. It happened to be 8.5 by 5.5. This piece of cardstock. It was Pretty Peacock. And I thought, okay, let me see how far I can make this stretch. And I used it. I made the first 4 out of 5 cards for this class using this half a sheet. And then when I got to the 5th card, I needed a bigger piece. I had just little scraps left. And I thought, maybe I should just go check my retired product stuff that I was been organizing in the garage. And lo and behold, if I didn't have like 3/4 of a pack of Pretty Peacock in the garage. So my last card, I was like, I practically cut in the middle of a sheet because I was so happy I didn't have to try so hard to fit it in. So I will show you that color because I do have some of that in one of the samples. And then Misty Moonlight. Misty Moonlight was like a dusty blue color that was only a year or 2 ago in colors, and it was super popular, super popular. So that one is also coming back. And then we have a new set of 5 in colors. And they are, anybody who saw the boho blue, that was like the little mini that was the promotional item, that was one of them. So that made me think, okay, these are going to be like dusty, earthy colors. And sure enough, that's what they are. So the new in colors are Copper Clay, Wild Wheat, Boho Blue, Moody Mauve, I think there'll be a whole big debate on how you say that, and Pebbled Path. So Pebbled Path is kind of a gray. I think the other ones are self-explanatory. Anyways, they're beautiful, earthy in colors. And I will show you them as soon as we're allowed. And then there's 4 new colors. So 11 left. So we have the 4 families of 10 each, and then 2 sets of 5 in colors. So in total, there is always going to be, well, as far as I know, 50 colors. So 11 left, 5 in colors left, and then 11 of the like regular colors. So they had to replace them. So there's 4 more new colors, brand new, not in colors. They're here for the foreseeable future. Azure Afternoon, very pretty blue. Bubble Bath, which is a really nice pink. Some pinks are like abrasive, and some pinks are so light you can barely see them. This is a really nice, and I like the name Bubble Bath. Lemon Lolly, which is it's a like a pastel-y colored yellow, but really pretty and not at all. Like we have one color, we have So Saffron, which is one of the colors that's leaving. And I always found that it was almost too pale. You couldn't see it. Like there wasn't enough of it. There was something missing there. So this one is nice. It's that in that same kind of area, but super pretty color. And then I have absolutely most ecstatic of all of the colors for one called Pecan Pie. So we had years ago an in color called Baked Brown Sugar, and I loved it. And it was the perfect color for gingerbread. And then it retired. And so I held on to it. And when I ran out of the paper, I got rid of the inks. And then a couple of years ago, we got cinnamon cider. And this time I thought, no, I'm keeping the ink. I'm keeping the paper. I ordered an extra pack, and I've been hoarding this paper because, again, perfect for gingerbread. And it's that kind of that color. Pecan Pie. It's like that. It's a little closer to the Baked Brown Sugar than the cinnamon cider. But I'm so excited about this brown color. I don't know why the brown excites me so much, but it does. And it's awesome. So anyways, there will be more information on that. I think, like I said, if I go too much into the colors, it'll overwhelm all the other things I'm trying to do it. If you are curious at all, you can Google any person on Facebook or on anything else who does stamping or Stampin' Up, I should say, because it is going to be a topic of discussion. I just realized that is totally the wrong piece of paper. It is going to be the topic of discussion for months until the actual stuff comes out. Well, I guess a month and a half, 6 weeks until we can actually like see the inside of the catalog. Oh yes, it's going to be a topic of discussion. Another exciting thing that's coming in the new catalog, and then I'm going to move on to the retired stuff because this is the time critical stuff, is there is one of the stamp sets in the new catalog is going to come out. I don't know if we're supposed to say names, but I'm going to say it just so you can keep it in your brain. It's called the Earthen Elegance set. It's a bit floral, a bit deserty, a bit potted plantish. It's also going to come out in Spanish. So they're going to do a video on the 2nd of May, and I will forward that on to see if there's more stuff. But basically the gist is, in North America, you're going to be able to order a Spanish set. And I guess years ago they had some Spanish sets, but they weren't selling, so they got rid of them. So in North America, you can get English, and in Canada, you can get French. I don't think the Americans can actually order the French ones. I think it's only in Canada that you can get the French ones, but I could be wrong about that. And then in Europe, lots of times they have the English and French, or I think they always have English and French, sorry. Lots of times they will have German. And then I think because it's harder to translate and make it work for the sentiments, sometimes they will have Dutch, but not always. So they're very specific. So this one is just for North America, Spanish set. And if it does well, then they'll think about introducing other Spanish sets. And I'm excited about that. I like to have the options of different languages. And I know in the town I live in, of course, French is a great idea because there's lots of French-speaking people here and north of town. I met my neighbors the other day, new neighbors that moved in over the winter. A lovely man and his wife and their 2 little girls. And it turns out they're both from Mexico, and he is a chef. And he asked me if I like Mexican food, and I could hardly contain my excitement because I love Mexican food. And he said next time he makes Mexican, he'll bring some over. So yay. He also said he'd help me learn Spanish if I wanted to. So who knows what I might do. But the idea of having a card that says that I can say like gracias instead of, I love it. I love the idea of a Spanish set. So we'll see how that one does. Let me see this. Oh, there's also, because there's new colors coming out, there's lots of like PDFs and handouts. They've done a handout this time of the entire catalog, and like on each page it shows what the colors are that are used in the projects. So as you're getting used to new colors, you can just refer to this and go page 18, that's got petal pink, wild wheat, old olive. So it tells you the new colors and the old colors. So that will be very helpful. So they've done a lot of products getting ready for this new catalog and all the big stuff. So we'll cover all that as we get closer. For tomorrow, and I have a couple appointments tomorrow, so we'll see how early in the day. As soon as I can, I will have out a bulletin out because I did my newsletter last week, so this is just in between. And it's, if I can get it to one page, it's basically just going to be one page. And I'm going to put Last Chance Annual Catalog and a link, Last Chance Mini and a link, different classes and links. So it's just going to be like a summary of what I'm telling you tonight and all the links to go to the things. Because trying to post some of these things in email, and we tend to end up with like download issues and stuff. So we're not going to do that. So this is the Last Chance products list. As you can see, that goes with the annual catalog. It is, I think, 10 pages long. The one that comes with the mini catalog is only 2. I'm giving the PDF. There's a PDF and an Excel spreadsheet that are available. So if you really want the Excel, let me know. But I'm going to post the PDF, and the beauty of the PDF is down here. It's got page numbers, and it goes in the order of the catalog, which I find easiest, honestly. I'm going to move a few things out of the way because once I start putting stuff off to the side, I'm going to bury things that I'll never find them again. Okay, so here's what I do, and I realize that I do this for a living, so I don't expect everybody does this, but I do. Well, I find my page. I'm going to drink Smart Tea. It's sticking to the coaster that I have it on, and I sense disaster in the future. Let's see how it goes. Okay. Okay. So here's what I do. I should have put tabs on this page, but I didn't. So I go through the catalog and I start marking things down based on that sheet. And I'm going to give you a couple like tidbits here just so you, oh, perfect. So okay, so this bundle, this is the Pansy Patch bundle. So I put an R beside the bundle because the bundle itself is retiring. The stamp set and the dies are not. So what that means is if you buy them together, you save 10%. When a new bundle comes out and they have this bundle offer, it's usually only good for the catalog it's in. As soon as it moves to, every now and again they switch it up, but for the most part, as soon as it moves to the next catalog, the bundle price is no longer an offer. So then you can still just buy the stamp set and you can buy the dies. You just can't get the 10% off. So you have to watch when you're doing it. If it says the bundle retires, but in the list it doesn't show the stamp set or the dies, then they're not retiring. Sometimes they'll retire 1/2 of the bundle. I'm trying to think of an example of one this time. There's one where the stamp set is retiring, but the dies are not. And in the Christmas one, they retired the dies, but not the stamp set, which is odd. Sometimes stuff is on sale. So like this one is regular $30 for the stamp set, and it's going to be $24. Now, there's not a ton of the stamp sets that are on sale because Stampin' Up! Makes their own stamps right in Utah, like a couple hours south of where the main office is. So what I think they do, and as I understand, like I listened to all the behind the scenes stuff. I love all that stuff. So when a new catalog comes out, they estimate, okay, this is the kind of stamp set that's going to sell 5,000 copies. And I'm making these numbers up. I have the foggiest idea what the numbers are. There's 50,000 demonstrators, I think it is, in the States. There's about 6,000 in Canada, and there's something like, I think, 10,000 in all of Europe, and then South Pacific, I want to say like 4 or 5. So we're looking at like 60 or 70,000 demonstrators. So my guess is 5,000 is probably not a high enough number, but I don't actually know what they do. So anyways, new catalog comes up. Let's say they decide we need 5,000 stamp sets. So that's what they'll order. And then, or that's what they'll make, right? That they'll put in and say, okay, make 5,000 of these. And then as things start to sell, if they start to sell more, they'll put in more. Now I'm going to guess, because some of these are on sale, and there's a couple of these stamp sets are on sale for like 60% off, that those ones, they made the initial batch and they didn't sell as well as they expected. So those ones they're trying to clear. The dies come from China because they are way too expensive to make in North America. So they come from China. That does have some production and shipping issues that go with it, but they do their best, and they do a remarkable job. Like, people like to complain, but they do a remarkable job, especially in the last few years, trying to manage all this stuff. So the dies that come in, they can't usually replenish in time. So that's why sometimes they'll go on unorderable or totally out of stock. So a lot of the dies are on sale, and I think that's because they make their best guess, and then they have that amount. And if they're starting to sell out and they order more and then they don't sell as much, now they've got a bunch left. So like I said, I think based on the price, like a lot of these dies are regular, I don't know, $40 or something, and they're on for $19, $20. Like, I think this is one of the ones that's 60% off. But anyways, there's a ton of them. I'll show you more at the back. Sometimes it's both. Some of these things that are worth mentioning, though, these are 2 of my go-to sets. I won't ever get rid of them. Well, I won't get rid of the Poppy set. This sentiment set, I have to go look in the new catalog and see if there's replacements, because this sentiment set, there's with deepest sympathy, happy birthday, always remember, which goes on the Poppy cards at Remembrance Day. Congratulations, thank you. Life is better with a friend like you. Wishing you happiness this special day will bring, which for all those sentiments you don't have, if it's a happy day, boom. And these are the moments we'll look back on with joy. This is one of the best sentiment sets I've ever had. And I love being able to go to it and use it. And the fact that it's retiring, I looked at it and I actually paused. Normally I just like do. But when I hit this page, I actually paused. I was like, oh no. Okay, so some of the stuff. So this is what I do. I go through the whole book and I write in here. There's the other one, the whale punch. Oh. And here's the other code, just in case you're wondering. If it's highlighted in orange, that means I have it. So here's a good one. This stamp set was super popular. There was an original Piggy set, and then this was kind of like the second complimentary one, and people raved about it. But enough people maybe didn't buy it because it's regular $32, on for $12.80. In my experience, stamp sets will sell out the fastest. Some people, if they really want a stamp set and they know it's not continuing, will buy it before it even goes on sale. I can't remember if I said this or not. All of these sale prices, excuse me, go live on midnight on the 4th of April. So right now you can look and plan and make your list. What is the 4th of April? Like Tuesday? Saturday's the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Oh, look at that, Tuesday. Good guess. So people will be making their lists and getting ready, and some people will be at midnight. Some people, well, midnight Mountain Time. So luckily we live in the same time zone as Stampin' Up. Other people will buy them ahead of time just because they know they want them and they know they'll sell out. The rare times that they put stamps on the clearance rack, they rarely last. Like, most of them are gone within the first day. The other thing worth mentioning is you can make a paper list of all the stuff you want to order, but you cannot go into the online store. I always send you links for my online store, and if your orders more than about $90, it costs you the same in shipping to send it to yourself as it does for me to put it through with group shipping. But you can't go into the store and start putting all your items you want in a basket and then wait till midnight on the 4th to order, because it won't work. None of the sale prices will show up. You have to wait until midnight on the 4th and then start putting your stuff in your basket in order for the sale stuff to take effect. Some of the stuff that I want, I might actually order ahead of time. I have to order a couple other things. So I will likely be ordering, I got a busy day tomorrow. It's probably going to be Friday. I'll be putting in an order because I know if there's stuff that I really, really want, it'll sell out before I have much of a chance. I will be staying up till midnight on the 4th of April to order a few things as well in here. There's a couple things that are retiring that I had planned on using for a project, and I'm just going to get extras and use them for my project anyways. But I'm going to wait till they go on sale. I'm going to take my chances. So that's a bit of a side note there. I still could talk about this forever. Okay, so I'm going to skip through. So anyways, this is what I do. This is not what you have to do, but if you're ever curious if something was staying or going or you didn't understand the list, let me know. I have reviewed it thoroughly, and by the time I get going on actually making an order for Friday or really sitting down, I will have reviewed it at least one more time. I will go through the whole catalog again and look at the stuff, and I will go through the new catalog, which I'm lucky enough to be able to see a digital copy of because demonstrators get all the perks, and compare and make sure that if there's anything I really want versus what's in there. Oh, it's a whole big thing. It's a day's worth of, it's so much fun to do for me too. Okay, so I told you about the retiring colors. So these are the in colors that are retiring. These two colors were super popular. I probably should hold that up high enough that you can try to see. Oh, there, look at that. Of course, you see it's in front of my face. I'm never going to be able to sustain that, but okay, so you can see though, Fresh Freesia is the color that's carrying over. These two were super popular, and people are already putting comments on about how bummed they are that they're leaving. But you notice how they're not on sale? Because I think they're probably just about sold out of that stuff because they were so popular. And as soon as people see that neither one of them is like going to be a returning color, they're going to sell out like crazy. These ones obviously were not as popular, and there's more. I have to hold that down. I can't hold that up. There's not as much left over because these are on sale. So some of the stuff will be on sale, some stuff will not. So these are the in colors that just came in last year. So they still have one more year to go. These are the 5 that are going, replaced by those other 5, which I haven't learned the colors of yet. Wheat, something, pebble, something. Yeah, eventually they'll sink in, but right now they haven't. Okay, so some of these are on sale. The same as this. A lot of the refills are on sale, and some of the ink pads are on sale. Not a lot of the cardstock is. But the colors that you want, and I love Mango Melody. There's so many good colors coming in, and I'm gonna be more excited about the new colors than I am sad about the ones that are retired. But I love Mango Melody. So that was the only one where I was disappointed it was going. All the rest of them, I was like, I like it, but that's okay. There's new ones. So Mango Melody, Bermuda Bay, Pacific Point. This is the easiest way for me to do it. There we go. Mary Merlot, Soft Suede, and Sahara Sand. So they're actually bringing in a new gray and 2 new browns. So the fact that these 2 kind of brown beige ones are going does not surprise me. Rich Razzleberry. It's so funny because when people were speculating on what was going on, some people were like, oh my God, Rich Razzleberry, my favorite color ever. I hope it doesn't go. And the next person would be like, oh my God, Rich Razzleberry, I hate that color. I hope it goes. So it's going to be very interesting just to see the comments, and everybody has their own, preference and kind of colors they like. So anyways, it'll just be funny. Blushing Bride, So Saffron, Pear Pizzazz, and Mint Macaron. Mint Macaron is the perfect color for making hospital scrubs. Luckily, I have some left because I still have a project to do there. But there's the Lost Lagoon. It seems to me Lost Lagoon is kind of in this sort of area. So some of these are on sale. I don't know. I had to start writing in pen instead of the highlighter because it's just too hard to read. So some of these are on sale, but a lot of the retiring ones are not. But I can tell you, starting today, people are going to be ordering the retiring colors. Because if you want, even if you just order the refills, because you already have the stamp pad, so you can keep making that color last, or ordering the cardstock. So a couple things are already out of stock. These things are just going to go faster now. Any of the bundles and stuff like that, a lot of those are on sale. So you could get entire sections, because not only are they retiring some color, like they're not retiring this color and straight out replacing it. A few of them, they're taking the colors and then they're sort of rejigging the families, moving a few colors around to make room for the new ones. So not everything that was a bright before is going to be a bright now, necessarily, right? So any of the old bundles, if it was like all the brights were bundled together, that bundle is going because it's no longer all the right colors. So lots of those, and those all seem to be on sale. Like for the 12x12 cardstock and the markers, they're on sale. Oh no, sorry, that was a different price. I wrote something else in there. Some of the other stuff that was going on sale. A lot of the like tools and stuff, that's staying. Designer series paper, pretty much all of it retires every catalog. I've only known of a couple times where like a really generic pattern one, like I can't remember the one that was all wood and stone, and then there was a different one that was all wood grains. A couple of times those have carried over, but for the most part, paper always goes. 50-50 on what's on sale, I would think. Some of it's on sale, some of it's not. Memories and more cards always go. A lot of the specialty paper is retiring, and a lot of it is on sale. And there is a ton of new specialty stuff replacing it. It doesn't look anything like the stuff that's going. Baskets, or not baskets, packaging. Most of the packaging is retiring. There's a couple new ones coming in, but there's a lot more going out than coming in on this one. So the hint I can give you. A lot of embellishments are carrying over. A lot aren't. And most of the ones that are retiring are on sale. So this is like, if you want any of these ones, these are the ones that at midnight on the, 4th of April, people are going to load up like crazy on these, because these make great gifts. They're mailable. So these are like a super popular item. So they're also one of the things that will go really fast. And then all the embellishments, I absolutely love these flowers. So I'm going to order a couple extra ones of these when they go on sale. If I don't get them, it's not the end of the world, but I absolutely love them. I also love these red rhinestones, which I realize you can't see, but for visual aid, it works. Love, love, love these red rhinestones. So I was like, dang, there's so many things though that you can color now with the blends, that if you can get a basic thing, you can kind of color the color you want. Here's the other big news. The basic pearls are retiring. Now there's like shiny, I can't remember the right word, opulent. There's something else. They're in here already. I can never picture like what these things are. There's already shiny pearls, and there's different colored pearls that are carrying over, plus there's some new ones. So just the basic white pearls that you're used to, those are retiring. The rhinestones are staying, but the pearls are being replaced by all these other ones. So if you're really a fan of those old pearls, stock up. Lots of the ribbons are retiring, new ribbons coming in. I'm trying to get to the one though that just, I don't know the behind it part. I don't understand. As soon as I find out more information, I will surely tell you. But the one thing that shocked me today, of all the things going on today, the one thing that just surprised me the most is they're retiring the Stamparatus. Now, the Stamparatus itself is not on sale. The replacement magnets, and there's like a little extra foam mat you can get to go in here, those are on sale, but the Stamparatus itself is not on sale. This thing, so what I know about Stampin' Up! Is sometimes they will retire things, and then because everybody's already bought it, so it's not selling anymore, so they retire it to make room for something else. And then once enough new customers are kind of in the ranks, then they'll reintroduce it or introduce something like it, because now there's new people that don't have it. I think that must have been what happened here, is so many people bought this that now it's not selling so much anymore. But it is one of like the best tools. It is the best thing to have. I'm actually going to order an extra one of them, and because they're not on sale, I'm going to order it right away, because they are so handy and they are so good. And at classes and different things, to have like lots of different options. These things are amazing. These things are while supplies last. If there's anything left after this, like between April and like the 2nd of May, they'll move whatever's left to the online store, and it'll be just like online only until it sells out. But these, while supplies last. I mean, everything in here is while supplies last, but this one, like I said, the one thing today that shocked me. So in this case, I think I said it before. So in this case, the stamp set that goes with the sailboat is retiring, but the sailboat punch itself is not. So sometimes it's good to look at the front and then kind of run through the list with the page numbers at the back to see what's staying and going. Most of the punches that are retiring are on sale for like 40, 50, 60% off. People, I don't part with all my punches. I tend to hoard punches, but the small daisy, like when the big daisy retired, people were like, oh no, and they had brought this small one in. Well, now the small one's going. And I will tell you, there's a set in the new catalog that is dies. That is my guess on why this one is retiring, but they're not the same, and punches are not the same as dies. And not to say one is better or worse or to sway you in any way, but I'm just saying that one's retiring. So just saying. Okay, what else was in here? I don't know if there's anything else there. Tons of dies. Some of them, these ones sold out 2 months ago, I think. So yes, they're retiring, but they were already sold out. So I will try to let people know as they retire. There's some wicked deals on dies. Here's another one, Stitch Greenery. It makes like little holes in the back. It's a metal die, but it gives almost like an embossing folder effect, only it's pierced holes as opposed to embossed. Oh, it's amazing. Anyways, Okay. There's also a 2-page for the mini catalog. So I did actually, in this case, I did flag a few things as I was doing them, just so I can remember what I was doing. This is another one of the ones, and sometimes I kind of wonder, but so this bundle, I like these catalogs like from a use perspective, but these landscape ones are hard to maneuver. So this one, these Lighting the Way dies, most of the dies in this set you could or could be used to stand alone. So this stamp set is retiring, but the dies are staying. So if you really like this bundle, don't think because you saw the dies that you can get the stamp set to go with it. So if you really want to order this, if you order it now, you get 10% off by ordering both. But if not, come the 2nd of May, you will be able to get the dies, but not the stamp set. And there's a couple like that. So it's worth noting. Let's see what this one is. I didn't actually write on the pages what it was. So let's just see if I can remember what all my tags were. One of the new things they started to do in, okay, I'm going to warn you now, it's probably not going to be done by 8, but I'm rounding out I'm trying to give you as much information as possible on this because this stuff's going to move fast. The class stuff is more of a show and tell thing. I'm going to stop talking about catalogs and talk about fun stuff that we can do. But this stuff is, yeah, it's a lot, and it's not easily written in a newsletter. In this new catalog, one of the things they did was they started introducing a stamp set that you could get in both cling, which is the red rubber stamp, and photopolymer, which is the clear stamp. And they just said they were going to put them in there and they were just going to see what people ordered. Now, funny enough, a lot of people speculated that because cling comes first, because C comes before P, right? So I think they just alphabetically put them in. The people were just going to pick the first number they saw. But I don't actually think that happened. I think enough people figured out that there was 2 of them and started picking and choosing. Because in a few cases, the cling stamp is retiring. And in this case, it's retiring and going on sale. The photopolymer one is carrying over. Right? Or so in some cases, the cling one is retiring. Or sorry, yeah, is retiring, but the photopolymer one is staying. So going forward, the bundle will only have 1 choice, not 2. So I'm thinking people are picking photopolymer over cling. So if there's a particular one you want, it's funny because I highlighted this page and I don't know why. Oh, this is the same. This is the same for like probably 5 items that I saw, because I go through both catalogs and I look, and then if I don't see it on the list, I check in the new catalog to see if it's in there. And there's a few that aren't. So like this Nested Friends bundle, it listed on the list that the bundle was retiring. It did not list that the dies or the stamp set were retiring. Spoiler alert, I don't see the dies or the bundle, or the dies or the stamp set in the new catalog. Which makes me think that the dies and the stamp set are going to go to the online store. They must have extra supply left. So the catalogs are done like 2 years ahead of time. So maybe they have enough that it's worth it, or maybe that was just the plan all along, was to put it into the online store. And when it sells out of there, it's sold out. So it doesn't show up in the catalogs, but it's going to go there. So until the 2nd of May, when the online store with anything new in it goes live, don't actually know what's going to be there. We haven't got that information. I tried to suss it out. I don't know. I have a feeling this one, can't guarantee it. It's an awesome set. And this thing here that says best friends make the good times better and the hard times easier is so true, and such an awesome stamp set, or stamp sentiment, that everybody should have it. It has really awesome dies too. But so as I get more information, I will definitely tell you guys, but I'm not 100% sure. So if you're going through this list, and you see, like I said, this one, you'll see the bundle retired, but you will not see dies or stamp set on that list. So it means you can still get it. Just don't 100% know how. Right? Oh, that was just another one. This Silly Goose stamp set, I just love this thing with the goosebumps, is another one of the ones where the clear is retiring, but the photopolymer is staying. Okay. Here, the one other thing I was going to tell you. At the back of each catalog, there's always hostess rewards. So, and the hostess rewards always go. So the hostess rewards are really a good idea. So this is a huge stamp set. Set of paper. It's worth $42, but you can get it with 25 hostess dollars. Now the hostess dollars are the same. If you order $200 or more, you earn hostess dollars. And with those hostess dollars, you can buy these hostess rewards. I absolutely love this little At the Pond stamp set with rods. and it's $19.50, $33 value. So you can't outright buy these stamp sets. You have to use Stampin' Up! Dollars to get them. So if you're making an order, that's the only way to get these. There's also Hostess sets, rewards like sets in the back of the annual catalog. So don't forget those are back there. Some of them are great. And these paper, each one of these catalogs lately, the last 3, I think, has had this huge stack of paper in it. Great deal. But in order to get it, you have to have an order big enough, or get like you and your friends to all order and get a big enough order that you can use your rewards to buy the Hostess sets. Okay. So much stuff going on with catalogs. Okay, show and tell without knocking anything over. Let's see how that goes. Okay, these are all the papers I wasn't allowed to show you. This is all the information I downloaded today. It is quite the, oops. I'll put this one on the top because this is just a little flyer. It doesn't really say much, but this is how much paper of like just different printouts and handouts and things, so I could remember all the stuff that are going to be available for you guys, that I will like link into my newsletter when they're available, so you guys can find them to have them as you will. Some of them you can use like electronically, and some of them you might want to print out. One of the things they're doing, and I think they did it with the last one too, is they make like little color coach type things where they put a bunch of colors, and they get their designers and that to take the colors they think go together. I think I can show you a little bit of this. I'll just go like this because you can't read any of the colors anyways. So like this one says Melon Mambo, current color moving forward. And here's how this color looks with some other colors, what they think would go together. So sometimes this baby, like, and this sheet I think is 10 pages long. Maybe you don't think, like that's not what you would automatically think would go together, but they're never wrong. Honestly, they come up with some great combos. And it's just to help you get used to the new colors and stuff, right? So they're doing another one of those. So there's going to be so much information, and I will filter it all to you over the next month. And like I said, when we have the catalog launch, when I can actually show you stuff from the new catalog, some of the products and some of the colors, because it's hard to see. Things lose a little bit depending on my camera, your screen, like the whole thing. But when the new colors come out, if I could hold up a new color next to an old color, so you get like the gist of how it looks, it goes a little easier. So the catalog launch will be virtual, and so it'll be on here like this. And I'll just get as much stuff ready as I can. If you want one of the new catalogs, I'll think of that. That'll be the last catalog thing I save, I hope. If you want one of the new annual catalogs when they come out, if you've ordered anything from me in the last year, and I always give you catalogs, I will continue to always give you catalogs. But if you don't have a demonstrator and you want to get one and you want to get in on this new catalog, let me know, and I will, when I get the catalogs, I can order them on the 4th of April. It's going to be busy as all get out on that day. So 6 is probably not going to, it's likely going to be, it'll be after probably the 15th of April would be my guess of when I actually get them in my hands. So somewhere in the last 2 weeks of April, I will start divvying those out. But yeah, if you want one, just let me know your contact information, whether you're going to pick it up off the porch or if you want it mailed out or whatever, so I can get it to you. Okay, more to come on that. The 4th of April is when it all goes on sale. If there's stuff you want right away, let me know. I'm going to do it. I can include you on my order, make it into a group order. I will be doing a midnight on the 4th of April order if you want to get in on that. If you just have a small order, and shared shipping is cheaper. But like I said, once you get to about $90 in stuff, then it's going to cost you the same thing for shipping even on a shared order as it will if you just order it and have it shipped straight to your house. So I'll have links and all that kind of stuff in my thing I send out tomorrow. Now, in the meantime, the next paper pumpkin kit that is up on the mark is all the little things. And you have till the 10th of April. So don't want this getting lost in all the other stuff that's going on. It has these great big flowers, and you can't see it in this picture at all, but all of these, like what looks like black lines, is actually like iridescent gold foil. And we only get sneak peeks. We don't get the whole thing, but this gives you an idea of like how pretty this next kit is going to be. And it usually says like, yeah, celebratory stamps or sentiments. I'm having a hard time now. These are cherry blossoms and shaded spruce stamp, which is the nice like dark green. So it's going to be very floral, lots of shiny stuff. And then this little box organizer that comes in it. So lots of people get their paper pumpkin and they don't know what I'm gonna move these out of the way. They don't know what to do with all the bits and pieces. So Stampin' Up! Came with like it's like the cardboard that you get in was going to say liquor bottle cases, and I'm sure other things, but that's the first thing that popped to mind, which is funny being a non-drinker, but the cardboard that like fits together like this, you know what I mean? So they go together, so you can line the inside of your box and you can make it different dimensions. So you can store your stuff in it. So they're going to add one of those in on the next one. But if you either subscribe or let me know by the 10th of April if you want one of those. Now, for the fun stuff, things that are coming up. So I'm moving these out of the way because I think if I do this and then I try to put the thing on top of it, you're not going to be able to see anything. So next up is this Sunday is our wreath club. And you have two options. You can order the wreath kit. I can't take these off because I glued this one thing on because it kept falling off. I haven't 100% figured that out. But okay, so this is the wreath that we're making. Now, the kit itself does not come with the welcome banner. The kit itself comes with the ring and these flowers. Well, not even this flower, quite honestly. I jazzed it up a little bit. You get a box like this, and it comes with all the little bits and pieces all cut out. It says you need to use a hot glue gun to put it together, but I used the tear and tape and put the entire wreath together with tear and tape and never used a hot glue gun at all. But it's got all the bits and pieces in it that you need, some instructions. So this is what theirs looks like, I guess. Right, so it's got the flowers. So it's got this one flower, and it's a weird thing, and it's a me thing because people love this. So it has this flower that is very three-dimensional that was meant to be here. It didn't have the black piece on the inside. It's very bright. All the other ones are a little bit darker. So this one was very bright. So I added some black to it. Still didn't work for me. So I just replaced it with this. So that's basically what I did. I also thought, oh, wouldn't that be cute if it had a welcome banner? So I made a welcome banner that matches it. So if you want to just get the basic kit, so the wreath kit on its own is $21, but for $25, I've included the banner. Then that's what that's the basics, right? It's just a little perk because I like to add little things. So this is the wreath. Now, what we're doing in the wreath club, as you'll notice, there's two options on here, wreath club. And I'm telling you all this because even though it's Sunday, I have 2 spare kits. So it is not too late to come if you want to. So what we're doing for the wreath club is, in addition to getting the kit, you're going to get a box of glue dots. And you're going to get, this is mine, so it's not exactly right, but you're going to get a little box like this that has 100 of these little 6mm magnets. Try to get it to the right angle. Why, you say? Well, I'll tell you why. Just gonna have to put my props down because they're in my way. So this is why. Okay, so the welcome is, it works if it's against the wall. It does not work in free air. So this is why. Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna put these things on. The kit comes with a couple little triangles that you mount your flowers on, but I'm putting bigger circles in, and we're putting magnets on so that you have magnets here and magnets here. So when you want to put this on, to me, this is like Mayflowers, right? So there we go. We can put that on. But then we're going to make a couple extras on Sunday. And then each time you come to class, so when Christmas time is, we're making Christmas cards, I'm going to have some extra supplies out, and you can add some Christmas stuff to them, or fall stuff, or birthday stuff, or whatever. So one of the sets that's retiring, I can't remember if I pointed it out or not, is this sunflower set, which I absolutely love. So I got a bunch of pieces here, and the back never looks good. Don't expect the back to look good. And I've added my 3 magnets, and now my 3 magnets are there, and now there we go. And I am the welcome. This one is not, because I was still debating the best way to attach it, but this welcome colors still work with the sunflowers, but I'm putting these on magnets as well so they can pop off, because I envision the word spooky or the word thankful or happy or hoppy for Easter, I think. But that was the idea, right? Is if you want, we're just going to pop these out. So this is going to be more, summer, fall type sunflower things, which I put it down like this so you can get the full gist of it. There we go. So that's one of the samples. And so the idea is that there's going to be 12 of them. So if you join the club and you don't make it to class, then whichever month I decide, I have actually drawn, I should show you, but I don't think I can get my iPad going fast enough. I have drawn out all 12 months. November is poppies. Yes, they are retiring. That is one of the ones I'm keeping. I come from a military family, so I would be keeping it anyways, but November will be poppies. December will be, Christmas greenery. And right now I have stuff to use, but I'm waiting to see what the Christmas sets are. Who knows what it might be. January, I'll show you January's. And I think I'm going to change this up a little bit, actually, because when I did it originally, I made it with green boughs. But I think now that I should put, these should be like maybe silver or blue or something, so it's really wintry and less green. But as you can see, we have the little snowman, and then we have the option for the gnome. This is an older tired diamond. I love it. So we have January's winter theme, right? And so this one will likely say "brr" or something on it instead. So these will, that's why we're going to pull them off. So if you don't happen to come to a class in January, actually, I don't usually have a class in January because nobody ever comes to a January class, but if it turns out we don't have one and we're not doing it, then in December, I will just mail you the pieces to put January's together. So I will not put all of this together, but if this is the final design, I will pre-cut these and these, put them all in an envelope, mail them to you. You have your glue dots and your magnets, and you can put them together. After we put the first few together, you'll get the feel of it, and then you can do them. So that is the idea behind the Wreath Club. And I will say, just because some of you are going, Tracy, why can't you just leave well enough alone? I don't know, because I have so many ideas and so much stuff, and I just want to play. This wreath, all on its own, is beautiful. I wouldn't have bought it if it wasn't. It's beautiful. And once I got it, I was just like, oh my God, this is so awesome. Wouldn't it be nice if? So on its own, just like this, is a fantastic project. If you want to get the extra banner, that's a fantastic project. You don't need to change it every month. I just like to, and I have lots of stuff and I like to play. So that's how it goes. And funny enough, this wreath actually hangs on my, that's probably not a very good image of me, but there we go. It actually hangs on my camera stand. So I sit and look at that all day long on my desk, and I love it. And I just want it to be seasonal. So there you go. Okay, so that is Sunday. And like I said, I still have a couple, I ordered a couple extra. And so actually I think I have 3 extra now that I think of it. So you can still get in on that if you want. Ooh, it's 8 o'clock. Okay, I'm going to pick up the speed now, people. Ooh, me picking up the speed. That's probably a bad idea. Okay, so on the 18th of April, we have the, why does my thing keep going out of focus? We have scoring points with cards. This is designed more for husbands, partners, older kids, to come and make you the crafter, your stuff. So there's no pictures on it here. I'm not showing you the samples because they're meant to be a surprise. So if you really think that your husband would be willing and you would like to receive the cards, then have him register for this. We're going to make 3 cards and 3 treats. And these are just basic images, so they don't mean anything. Just to give you the idea that he can then, or she, if that's who comes, or your kid or whatever. And actually, because I know a lot of people, and some of the people who are interested in coming actually have 2 daughters or have daughters. You could also make, some of these projects could go to your kid too. They don't have to necessarily go to your wife or whatever, but you're going to get 3 cards and 3 treat holders to do with as you will. And we'll have some options to make them say, you know, happy Valentine's, happy Mother's Day, happy anniversary, happy birthday, you're the best. Or if you have some private joke and you want to write whatever. So this is coming up. The registration is out, but I'm going to post another one again probably in the next newsletter. I'm pretty sure I put it in the last one, but there's the registration code and there's a bit more information in there for whoever's registering. That's on the 18th of April. That is a Tuesday night because I polled a bunch of people and figured the best day to do it was at night. So that one's coming up. At the end of April, there's 5 weeks in April, and I had to shift a few things just because of stuff that was going on. And so I ended up having 2 classes, first week and last week of April, instead of, normally they're 4 weeks apart and they're in 2 different months. But in this case, it just happened that way. So this one, I actually showed you the cards on my little graphic. I was having fun with it. I decided I should quit making dark backgrounds because they're easier to print. So this is the one on the 30th, and I'm just going to show you enough. So this is one of the online exclusives, right? So it doesn't show up in a catalog, only shows up in the online. And it has the most gorgeous designer series paper. Look at this. Just these dark colors. So this is Pretty Peacock. Just that dark, beautiful green. Soft sea foam, melon mambo, I want to say. Oh, this paper is it's gorgeous. And so there's just like patterns and stuff in the back too, but it's beautiful paper. So I thought we have to use it. So on the poster, it says you're making 5 cards, but the thing I didn't show on the poster is we're making the box to put them in as well. So these boxes are retired, which is sad because they're food safe. So you could put yummy, delicious things in them, but they're the perfect size for cards. I have 5 cards and 5 envelopes. And if you know me, my cards all have lots of dimensionals on them. So, and they all fit in this box. It's just perfect. Plus you can stamp on this box. So we're making a little belly band, and there'll be some options for, what pieces you put on there. And then this was just some really basic stamping on the box. It was super easy. And then the 5 cards. So love these boxes. And yeah, I have enough for the class, but I may have to stock up. So here, I'll quickly show you the cards. This is my absolute favorite of all. First one I made, absolute favorite. Oh, I'll show you which was the 5th. So I made this card. And this is the Pretty Peacock. So one of the ways, pro tip for you, one of the ways I made this one Pretty Peacock card base stretch was I cut this because I wanted the whole card base to be green, but I didn't have enough paper. So I just cut a quarter of a sheet, so half the card base, and stuck it on a white back. So we have a card, and in this way, you don't have to put anything. I just realized I stuffed the inside. This way you don't have to put a piece of white to line it. So I just put the thing on the front. So it looks like a dark green card, but in fact, much easier to write on. So I made that one. That was card number 2. Card number 3. So all these little bits you can see are like came from the Pretty Peacock, right? Oh, just a minute. Card number 4. And at this point I was like, okay, I have an idea for 5, but I don't have enough paper. So this was 5, and I was extremely happy when I found it because this circle was way too big for any of the scraps. So those are the 5 cards. That one is still open for registration. If you want to order the bundle or the paper or anything to go with it, you need to let me know by the 13th of April, because otherwise I won't have it here in time. But if not, that is, if you want to come and just make the cards, then that deadline is not as critical, but I would still like to know who's coming. Okay, I'm going to just leave this here because that'll make things higher. I'm having a kit together. Our June class is going to be, oh, wait a minute. I missed the May class. I don't have a poster yet for the May class because I haven't got that far, and I haven't made the samples. I can tell you that we're just making a bunch of masculine cards, or cards for women who like motorcycles and boats, because it's not, I don't know. I always get stuck on that, on how I should explain it, but it's all going to be boats and motorcycles because it is the month before Father's Day. Or stock up on all the birthday cards you need for people. So this is the one set we're using with the boat cards, and we might make this exact card. I designed it for a different event, but I so love this card. So this is one of the cards we'll be making. I only made one of the motorcycle cards so far, and I gave it away, so I don't have a sample. But that's the May class, is that one. And then in June, we're going to do a kit together. I can't do it on this day though, because I booked the facility, but then it turned out it was already booked. And they're doing something, times are tight for everybody. So the one facility that I usually use is not going to be open on Sundays from May to August. The other facility is open, but they have a whole bunch of dance competitions. There's like several weekends we tried to book different things in different months, and there's always dance competitions going on. So I'm not up on the world of dance, but it's a dance town, I guess. So I need to pick a different date for this. So I'm going to put in the next newsletter. It won't be in this. I might put it in tomorrow's. We'll see how much. If I'm still on one page, I'll put it in tomorrow's. Otherwise, it'll be in next week's newsletter. I need to pick a new date, and I either have a Friday night, which would be the 23rd of June, so just before this, or a date in July. I kind of got to go one way or the other. So if you're interested in doing this, we did this with the ladies' night. Everybody just ordered the kit they wanted. We all came together. I brought a bunch of extra supplies and tools and stuff like that. And once I knew what everybody's kit was, if I thought there was like different ink colors or something they might want to use, because the kits generally just come with one, I brought just a bunch of extra stuff. We all sat around, made our kits, yammered on, had snacks. It was awesome. So doing that again. That's June. But I will need some feedback on the date. For those of you who, there's new stuff, there's old stuff. We're having a retired product sale. So this is me and 5 other demonstrators. If anybody went to this sale last year, 3 of the demonstrators are the same, but 3 are new. And you'll have more information on this, but this is also at the end of June. And then 2 weekends ago, I want to say, yep, we had our in-person extravaganza, our spring extravaganza. And once again, it did not disappoint. It was such an awesome day. Just crafting and chatting, and again, a huge table full of snacks. It's so much fun. Excuse me. So we're doing the virtual one this Saturday, which is the first time we've done a virtual one. And then We're going to change the time frame so there's not such a gap. We wanted to do that this time just in case we needed to, like if it was back to back was too much. But now that we've done both, or we've done another one of these like full day extravaganzas, and we're going to do the Saturday one, we're probably going to do one on the Friday night, one on the Saturday, and just have them closer together. But what we've picked is the 13th and 14th of October. So the 13th is the Friday, and we haven't 100% decided on time because a lot of the people who come to the virtual are out east. So we want to make the time work for them too. Both Tamara and I could do it pretty much at any time of the day. So we want to try to make it work the best. So we'll get some feedback on that and have a better idea. And then, so if you want to come to the next in-person one though, 14th of October, which is the Saturday here in Morville. So there will obviously be more information as we get closer to that. But just to give you a heads up, if your calendar is filling up, my calendar is not full, but I have stuff on my calendar all the way to the end of the year already. There's just so much going on. I'm gonna put that down there because it's just so pretty. So yeah, lots of events coming up. I have actually picked the days for, I'm not going to do anything in July. So this end of June, beginning of July, get together. July is just too busy with other things. And it's summer holidays and people don't tend to do as much in July. But I find my holiday Head Start in August is always a popular choice. So I will be back at the end of August with another class. And I have August, September, October, November, December. I have 5 months, and there's several events. There's more than 5 events in that 5 months. I have all those dates picked. I just haven't figured out what product's going with what class. So there'll be more information on those to come. But yeah, a monthly class, a weekly Wednesday thing. In a couple of weeks, it'll start being weekly. A Monday challenge. Friday's going to be potentially a video, potentially a live with just kind of showcasing a product. Because sometimes if you just show one, like, hey, I made this card, you don't get the full gist of just how awesome a set is or dies or the different things you can do with it. So it is fun to take one and make a whole bunch of stuff with it for you guys. And there'll be other stuff coming up, who knows? So that was a whole lot of information. It's going to be summarized in my little bulletin tomorrow. I only went over by 10 minutes. Quite honestly, I'm surprised by that. I figured it would have been longer. I was trying to go fast. I was trying to cover as much stuff as I could. But to recap, lots of stuff coming up. I will recap all of the sales and the links to all of those and the classes and the links to register for those in the bulletin tomorrow. There'll be more information in the newsletter the following week. As I get information on colors, I will disperse it one way or the other through the newsletter, through Facebook, whatever. And if there's anything you need or you have specific questions about the multitude of things I just told you, once it all percolates in your brain, settles in from the overload I just gave it, yeah, reach out, let me know. Like I said, I have events coming up, but if you text or email me, I will get to it as quickly as I can afterwards. Yeah, there's so much fun coming up and so many new products that I'm going to be excited and nerd out about all of them. And lucky you, I'm going to share it with you. So thanks for hanging in there. Thanks for joining me tonight. I hope you all have a fantastic evening and rest of the week. And I look forward to seeing some of you on Sunday. Take care, everyone. Bye.